This is the SilverScreen 5, and today we have a great one, so let's get into it. The Top 5 Wesley Snipes Movies.
Billy, listen to me.
What?
White men can't jump.
Charlie, you ever play roulette?
On occasion.
Well, let me give you a word of advice.
Always bet on black.
I do, sir. Who might you be?
Me? I'm Eddie Murphy.
Here's the pitch. Swings and misses.
You should have gotten a live chicken.
Wesley Snipes was an action icon throughout the 90s with a string of hit movies. He also commanded attention as Marvel's daywalking vampire Blade in a trilogy of films, but then he unfortunately became the poster boy of celebrity tax evasion. But after a 3-year prison sentence, he slowly has been reacclimating into the acting business. He has had performances in recent films such as The Expendables 3 and Chirac, as well as starring in his own television show The Player, that unfortunately didn't make it to a full season after being cut only 9 episodes in. It was also recently announced that he and his production company have just signed a multi-picture deal with WWE Studios, and hopefully the future is bright for a former headliner in the action genre. He was and is still one of my favorite actors, and I hope to see him make a resurgence in the business. So let's get into it. Let's talk about my top 5 favorite Wesley Snipes films.
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
Number 5, Demolition Man.
Is it cold in here? Or is it just me?
Starring alongside Sylvester Stallone in this science fiction blockbuster, Snipes took the role of villain and it suited him perfectly. This movie was all about excess and it shaped up to be a greatly enjoyable action film with Snipes showing great energy as the eccentric bad guy, to complement his usual action persona which gave the character a crazy yet certainly capable feel. He showed great chemistry with Stallone, and if they say a movie is only as good as its villain, then Snipes is equally to praise for the success of this entertaining blockbuster. Number 4, Passenger 57.
Gotta go.
This was Snipes' first real role as the headliner, where he was required to carry the entire weight of the film on his shoulders, and it was an astounding success. Passenger 57 is a true throwback to the 80s-style action romps with a Die Hard-esque storyline, and Snipes kicking terrorists' ass on an airplane. He delivers some classic one-liners, the charm and energy of a true action hero, and makes a standard storyline highly enjoyable. The success of this film would launch Snipes to loftier stature among Hollywood action stars, and rightfully so, as he gives the character of U.S. Air Marshal John Cutter all you could ask of for a leading man. Number 3, White Men Can't Jump.
Look at that. It's all right. Walter, why don't you throw that big fat butt at me, huh? I'm getting tired of making you look bad, Walter. It's hard work. Hard goddamn work for another man to make another man look so bad.
Over the course of his career, Snipes has worked with many big names in Hollywood. Diane Lane, Robert De Niro, Sylvester Stallone, Sean Connery, Tommy Lee Jones, and he has showed a great chemistry with all of them, but none like he has with Woody Harrelson. They have worked on a handful of films together, but none better than the classic basketball comedy White Men Can't Jump. As the fast-talking Sidney Dean, Snipes was excellent in this role. He showed a great range in his comedic skills. He delivers a ton of laughs and creates a memorable character in this always entertaining and highly underrated comedy centered around the subculture of basketball hustling. Snipes and Harrelson are excellent together and make this film timeless. Plus, you gotta appreciate both of these guys can ball.
My money.
Number 2, Blade. This is easily Snipes' most famous role. He poured himself into the comic book character of Blade and led the way for a film that is still one of Marvel's better movies. Like Hugh Jackman did with Wolverine and Robert Downey Jr. did with Iron Man, Wesley Snipes is Blade, and he made the role his own with the performance he gave in this movie. And despite the years, this is still a great film to sit back and enjoy, and it's mostly due to Snipes' portrayal as the sword-wielding Daywalker. He looks great in the role. He pulls off all the physical action needed to make this one of Marvel's most badass characters to hit the screen to date. And while the second couple of films may have failed to match this one's success, Snipes was still pretty solid throughout the trilogy, in my opinion. Honorable mentions. And finally, number 1, New Jack City.
You gotta give me another chance! They know! Please! Look, the brothers don't wait to get paid. Money talks. Bullshit runs the marathon. So, see ya, and I wouldn't want to be here. You fucked up. You fucked up big time. You're incapable of running this shit. Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Despite all the great performances over the course of his career, my favorite Wesley Snipes movie will always be New Jack City. This was just a great film overall. It locks itself in the time period. Snipes' portrayal of Nino Brown was fantastic. He was ruthless, comical at times, and he gave the character a truly heartless feeling of an evil individual that was needed to give this movie the truly menacing villain. Wesley Snipes as Nino Brown was eccentric, arrogant, dangerous, villainous, and he made this character his own, and the performance would go on to make the role a pop culture name for years to come. New Jack City is a great crime drama still after all these years, and it's because of the energy that Wesley Snipes brought to this project. And that's my top 5 Wesley Snipes movies. As always, thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. If you're a fan of Wesley Snipes, let me know in the comments below what some of your favorite movies are. As always, I'm Anthony. This has been the SilverScreen 5. We'll see you next time.